Hey team, I'm back. Okay, how to get more engagement from your social media posts. So this is going to be a training for you, for those of you that are actually posting and leveraging your business as a business. So this is what you're going to do. I'm going to give you 4 tips, okay? Hi Britannia, on how to leverage and create more exposure and engagement on your post. So for some of you, let's just say that you're using social media as your business and you're putting up a picture of yourself, or maybe you've even done a video, or maybe you've put up a picture of you wearing the product, something business related, and you're not even getting a like. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to get engagement and exposure from things that you're doing. Now, we have to take kind of a step backwards for a minute. I encourage you to leverage your personal Facebook wall if you're running this as a business. I encourage you to use that to leverage your business, but you cannot throw up unique all over your social media wall, okay? Or I'm sorry, all over your personal Facebook wall. I'm back. Okay, I've already given you a training on when to post, right? On your personal Facebook wall, like every 3 to 5 posts has to be set. It can be something makeup related, but I don't encourage you to sell on your social media personal wall. Save that for your business page or your VIP page. So here's what you're gonna do. On your, you know how on your personal wall we get the time hop that shows like posts that we did last year and the year before and the year before and the year before. I love that. I saw one this morning of my little Riddick, my youngest kid, and I'm like, oh, I love that face. Well, my initial gut reaction is to just share that post from, I think it was from 3 years ago, okay? Instead of sharing, okay, this is just social media and how the algorithms work. Instead of sharing that post, comment on that post. Because what that does, you ready for this? When you comment on the post from the past, is that it alerts everyone else that commented on that post in the past, so it shows up in their news feed. So it basically recirculates that post into the news feed rather than sharing something new and hoping that you get more engagement on it. I hope that makes sense. So rather than sharing something from the past, when you get the memories things, you know, when Facebook sends you, check out the memories that you've seen or you posted about, instead of sharing a memory that you want, you know, to remember, comment on that memory, okay? Because then it recirculates it into the newsfeed again, so the people that actually liked it and or commented it in the past will see it again, and that re-engages people. Plus, it'll show up in some new friends that you've made on their social media. Scrolling through their social media. What do you call that? I lost my train of thought for a minute on words. Newsfeed. Newsfeed. Okay. So that was tip number 1. Tip number 2. When somebody comments, okay, on anything that you've posted, anything. So whether you put a picture of your kids, whether you put up a picture of your favorite restaurant, whatever you do, okay? When you post something, anything, okay? When someone comments on it, that's really good, okay? Because then it's going to circulate into that newsfeed. Reply to that comment. No matter what they say, put like an emoji, something. Okay, because that creates engagement between the two of you, and then Facebook goes, oh, they must like each other. I'll show more of their stuff in their news feed. Okay, so it gives you more exposure. So make sure that you comment and reply to everyone's comment that comments on your post, no matter what the post is, because you want your information to constantly be going through the news feed to get more exposure. What if no one comments? What if you put up something and no one says anything? You comment. Okay? You go on there and just say something. Put an emoji. You could put a comment and then delete it, because even if you delete it, it recirculates that back into the newsfeed again. So you kind of get a second chance. You can do it as many times as you want, honestly, but it gives you a second chance at getting more exposure from that post. So if you get no comments, if you're hearing crickets, you comment. Go in there, put an emoji, put something, delete it if you don't want to keep it up there, if you feel weird commenting on your own stuff. But even if you delete it, it'll still recirculate that post into the newsfeed again so that you can create some exposure. And then the last tip, the fourth tip, is the best way, the number one best way to create a big business is to create relationships. We are a social media based company, meaning that be social. Okay, you gotta be social. And the best way to be social on social media is to private message. And for some of you, that's gonna be a little scary, but it's actually not. It's actually fun. And private message often in regard to nothing that has to do with makeup. You're creating relationships, okay? So what you would do is, let's say that somebody liked my post. Let's say that someone liked one of the posts that I put up and they didn't comment. So what I would do is go and see everyone that liked, and then I would say, let's just say Jane Doe liked my post that I did. I just did one yesterday on DSW, which is like one of my favorite shoe stores. And say someone liked it. So then I would go and look at Jane Doe's timeline and kind of see what she's got going on. And then maybe let's just say that she just went to the movies and saw one of the newest movies out. I haven't been to the movies in forever, so I don't even know what movies are out right now. Let's just say Wonder Woman was out and she saw Wonder Woman. Instead of commenting on that post that she put up, I might private message her and say, Jane, I've been dying to see Wonder Woman and I saw that you just saw it. Is it really worth the $10 movie fee? Should I wait till it comes out on DVD? So I've private messaged her. I also asked her a question. So it requires a response. Hopefully she'll respond. And when she responds to me, now we're kind of having our own little private conversation. It isn't so superficial. It's actually us talking to each other. And it has nothing to do with makeup or my business, right? We're creating relationship. And then she's gonna tell me about it and we go back and forth. There's a few things that does for you. A, you're making new friends. Okay? Make new friends. You have to be in this business to make new friends, which is so fun because there's amazing women out there. So you make a new friend. B, social media. Facebook goes, oh, they must like each other. So they need to see each other's stuff more often. So your information, your posts start to get more exposure to Jane's newsfeed. Does that make sense? So at the end of the day, okay, literally at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you this, bar none, no matter what business you're in, most of the time, people buy you and or experiences they had, okay? There are a gazillion makeup companies out there, a gazillion. I mean, Sephora, hello, okay? But when you create relationships with people where they feel like they can trust you and you are speaking from the heart and doing it with integrity, you will have huge business. When you help people, you will have huge business. Okay, when you create relationships without expecting anything in return, you will create huge business. So, just to recap, 4 things on how to create more exposure and engagement on your post. A, your time hop. When something comes up from your time hop, rather than share it, comment on it to recirculate that post. 2, when anyone comments on anything that you've posted on social media, reply to that comment with anything. It could be just an emoji. It could be XOXO, anything you want. Just make sure that you reply to that comment with something. And let's just say that you did post something that's getting a ton of comments, okay? Just do a couple, do 4. And then come back later and do 4 more. And then come back later and do 4 more. It's good, it recirculates that post. I actually have a nightmare story about that because it's something that I wish I hadn't posted that kept recirculating. And if you are on my Facebook wall and saw it, I'm sorry. It was the long finger toes. It was toenails. It was gross. And I'm sorry, but that just goes to show you how well this works. When people comment and you comment back, it keeps recirculating, getting in their face. That's what we want. Okay. Number 3, if no one's commented on anything that you've posted, okay, you have nothing. You put up a picture of something and you hear crickets, you comment on it because that will help recirculate the post again. And number 4, private message people to create relationships. So if somebody liked it but didn't comment, I would go in and say, hey, thanks for liking my post. I noticed that you went to Wonder Woman and saw it, and I'm dying to know, is it worth the $10 or should I wait till it comes out on Netflix? Okay, I hope that's helpful for you. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to comment below and I'd be happy to answer them for you. Have a great day. Ciao.